Hello and welcome to another edition of Kogi in Focus, the program packed with reports of happenings and developments in and around Kogi State. I am Khadijat Mohammed. In today's edition, Kogi government launches e-learning for pupils and students. Kogi State PDP and SDP closed cases in 2019 governorship election trial. Governor Bello mourns death of President Buhari's chief of staff, ABBA. And from the streets, the people recommend unconventional ways of combating COVID-19. This and more when we return. Stay with us.
Ambo migala menetirola kadufu kide oji oga corona kitoja na ele chaka abajoi oga coronavirus choga ki namoge gine efu ki akoga oji dufu lola one ya jenwu edone ki dapu ila akola ene ka tola ene keji dabu ikoko na akuko bai ikoko na ahia chi iholo eche ila doja na ele chaka abajoi ambo igala kakini amode chogu ologbo enkidupe kachi kawe boga coronavirus kide chi ejodudu akina fo agwe ikotikodu dabu mitimo ogu ekeji che edu omi amenefu kotede fun kulowo wa ogbenu eketan idupe kana deun balua pai imowama ikodu kakuko abeke ayi ekelen ila chen ke dago pai enedu agbadewe pa enegenele ki dabu ohiba owo meta ololo nchamboku mama no lafia eki molawedu bagbade amune wewete todu kawe gbogale ekila do kado ejue alue bai imowen inabali kwowo unyu kolo eyi enejodudo jane Kogi kichi godinawa ya Bello efe owe dama bai amboku manugbo gọọmenti owane ujane Kogi.
Welcome back. The Kogi State government during the week received COVID-19 preventive kits comprising of 100 hand-washing basins, 120 sanitizers and face masks donated by a non-governmental organization, Wave of Sussex Foundation. Receiving the donation at Government House Lokoja, Governor Bello, represented by his Chief of Staff, Abdulkarim Mohammed Jamil, thanked the Chief Executive Officer of the NGO, Ocholi Yusuf Opanachi, on behalf of the state for the gesture. He pointed out that this donation and a previous 1 million naira cash donation by the same NGO were received by the state government with gratitude. He also charged him to do more, saying, "Givers never lack." The governor explained that the state, through the COVID-19 Squadron Committee, has launched a publicly accessible application which enables prompt reporting of suspected cases to the right quarters. He pointed out that although there were no current cases in the state, provision have been made to ensure the proper handling of any occurrence. The CEO, Waves of Success Foundation, Ocholi Yusuf Opanachi, expressed that his NGO remained resolute towards contributing its quota to the fight against COVID-19, pointing out that the NGO, which recently distributed food items and other relief materials across the 4 local government areas of Ida Federal Constituency, would continue to contribute to issues of national development. As part of the efforts to prevent the spread of the global pandemic into the state, Kogi State Internal Revenue Service has donated sanitary items to the State Specialist Hospital and the State Command of the Nigeria Correctional Service. Presenting the items to the 2 agencies in Lokoja, the Executive Chairman of the Inland Revenue Service, Aliu Inda Salami, said the initiative was to help in curtailing further spread of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Salami, who was represented by the head Customer Relations of the service, Hamidat Yusuf, disclosed that the donation was done in part discharge of the corporate social responsibilities of the service to the people of the state. According to him, the hospital has contributed immensely to the state and urged the management of the hospital to continue the good work of saving lives. Receiving the items, the Acting Chief Medical Director of Specialty Hospital, Professor Issa Adagri Yahya, who was represented by Dr. Stephen Shoaibu, expressed his gratitude to the management of the Inland Revenue Service for the gesture and promised the hospital would optimally utilize the items. Similarly, the controller of the Kogi State Command of Nigeria Correctional Service, Malaka Ohakachine, who was represented by the Service Chief Operation Officer, Amalu Boniface, commended the Revenue Service for the gesture, saying that the items will go a long way to assist the sanitization of the correctional center. The Kogi State government has approved an academic intervention radio program for students in the state to bridge the learning gap caused by the COVID-19 stay-at-home school closures. The Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Wemi Jones, disclosed this to newsmen in his office. The Commissioner said the radio program, which commenced last Thursday for basic and secondary education, has specific emphasis on students in GSS3 and SS3 classes to help them prepare for their forthcoming basic education certificate and senior secondary school certificate examinations. He said the program will run throughout the duration of school closure, adding that the ministry was exploring other convenient e-learning measures to reach out to all other levels of education in the state. The radio lessons will run from Monday to Saturday on Radio Kogi, popularly called Confluence 94.1 FM.
Nigeria's confluent state, the country's melting pot, where almost anything and everything can happen. From the governor to the farmer, from politics to entertainment, from the economy to sports and tourism. We've got you covered on these and a whole lot more on Kogi in Focus. Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of development in and around Kogi State. Stay abreast with what you need to know on Kogi in Focus on your channel of choice, Kogi in Focus, reaching everywhere, informing everybody.
Tabbas mahalicin sarki ya jarabce mu da cutar nan mai suna COVID-19 wato coronavirus, babbar cutar nan da ta addabi al'umma ta kuma dakushe tattalin arzikin duniya baki daya. Shin ko kun san alamominta? Atushawa, zazzabi mai karfi, yawan tari, toshewar numfashi, yawan kasala da sauransu. Shin ko kun san matakan kariya daga gareta? Rufe baki yayin atushawa ko tari da kyallen rufe baki. Kauracewa shiga cikin taron jama'a, yawaita wanke hannaye da ruwa mai tsafta, idan da hali a hada da man tsaftace hannu wato hand sanitizer. Zai kyautu idan aka ji ɗaya daga cikin waɗannan alamomin a hanzarta zuwa asibiti mafi kusa. Wani hanzari ba gudu ba, kira ga dukkanin al'umma da su bi umarnin mahukunta da jami'an lafiya. Kuma yayi zafi maganinsa Allah.
Wannan sakon daga gwamnan jihar Kogi Yahaya Bello ta bakin dukkan shugabanni kananan hukumomi. Faɗakarwa FM suna ilimantarwa.
The attention of the Kogi State Governor has been drawn to fake news being circulated on some online platforms credited to His Excellency, the Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. The said fake news quoted the governor as saying that the reported spread of coronavirus in Nigeria was political, full of lies, and an avenue for political office holders and corrupt officials to embezzle and steal the nation's resources. It went further to quote the governor as urging the people to take hot water with garlic, ginger, lemon, lime, as well as steaming themselves as cure for COVID-19. The government wished to make it unequivocally clear that the governor did not at any time made any of such comments as claimed by the purveyor of the said fake news. The government urged the public and good people of Kogi State to disregard the said fake news churned out by agents of mischief whose stock in trade is to mislead the people and cause disaffection in the society. Governor Bello is very well aware of the grim reality and danger of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has brought the globe to its knees. The Kogi State government, under the leadership of Governor Yahaya Bello, has already put measures in place to contain the spread of the deadly virus in the state. A squadron on COVID-19 led by the Deputy Governor, Chief Edward David Onoja, with other critical stakeholders as members, have since been inaugurated and is working assiduously to stop the spread of the virus to the state. The government has also set up isolation centers in the state to handle any COVID-19 case, which we strongly pray and hope never happens. The governor urges the people to continue to adhere strictly to lay down preventive measures against COVID-19, such as regular hand washing, the use of hand sanitizers, and observation of social distancing. If you are just joining us, this is Kogi in Focus, a weekly news review of major developments in and around Kogi State. For your information, news and event coverage, sponsorship details, and advert placement, please call the numbers or reach us via any of our social media handles, all displayed on your screen. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kogi in Focus TV, to watch our present and previous editions of the program. Our business is to keep you informed. To security matters now. OKENE local government has shut down Village Hotel in OKENE for disobeying the orders of the council by using the premises for a night party, thereby threatening the security of lives and property of the people. The senior special assistant to the governor on security matters in charge of OKENE local government, Abdul Razak Muhammad, enforced the order on Sunday. The local government had placed a ban on all nightclubs and parties of any kind and 1 hospitality centers within its jurisdiction to help enforce the directive and keep their premises free of such gatherings until the ban is lifted. Intelligence reports from the security agencies suggest that most of the nightclubs have been converted to places of cult initiation and other related activities, prompting the local government to place the ban. Abdul Razak, however, assured residents of OKENE local government to go about their normal lawful businesses as security of lives and property of the people remain a top priority of the government.
Tabbas mahalicin sarki ya jarabce mu da cutar nan mai suna COVID-19 wato coronavirus, babbar cutar nan da ta addabi al'umma ta kuma dakushe tattalin arzikin duniya baki daya. Shin ko kun san alamominta? Atushawa, zazzabi mai karfi, yawan tari, toshewar numfashi, yawan kasala da sauransu. Shin ko kun san matakan kariya daga gareta? Rufe baki yayin atushawa ko tari da kyallen rufe baki. Kauracewa shiga cikin taron jama'a, yawaita wanke hannaye da ruwa mai tsafta, idan da hali a hada da man tsaftace hannu wato hand sanitizer. Zai kyautu idan aka ji ɗaya daga cikin waɗannan alamomin a hanzarta zuwa asibiti mafi kusa. Wani hanzari ba gudu ba, kira ga dukkanin al'umma da su bi umarnin mahukunta da jami'an lafiya. Komai yayi zafi maganinsa Allah.
Wannan sakon daga gwamnan jihar Kogi Yahaya Bello ta bakin dukkan shugabanni kananan hukumomi.
Faɗakarwa FM suna ilimantarwa.
Tauni na anda ya nebira. Wavanara woni ni eteleni ni rai oku obanya na bana coronavirus an wa ya kukona ne kukona kaka okuna he ovin ufavo ka he dijovi etikogi dijovi governor Yahaya Adoza Bello yana konon ka ozozore keneka ono ine hidan no do shepe nwani da sanya nkatan ukona ni oni aka ni ovosho onyi umema ayeka ozora nyewa nkatan no ni dozo no de suse da michiho de reswajo de la charge de noro kana o ekukuzo to hepuru osiba baboki asheni bono ne vomi down ni ovavo ka he asanya na kokoto he wanyire ahe ko ime maheka wini hiao saworo kiambe de nwe nkatan no ni asoka iren onyi papa inan obikeneka ya shaba bume dia se nyunu wa si shagwe we o wa se nyunu wa we kwa woro de so woni nile nukene wa bedo nyunu wa we su se wa bedo si toilet tissue lu si kwa ha on lili ma our person and one azo me akoko nyi se meka ire nwom ire onon ohumori hi over de ka ire divi anavan o kai ren enubanu wa oni na wana hu novi amohi governor Yahaya Adoza Bello ve jozi norm obdavede ire so local government ineti ko bisakan avonni.
Nigeria, a country blessed with a vibrant youth population, a grossly underutilized youth population. What are the challenges of youth development? What are the solutions? As a youth, what are your contributions to national development, ensuring you become one of tomorrow's leaders of a greater Nigeria? Answers to these questions and the X-ray of burning youth development issues are our focus on Word for Youth. Word for Youth. It is what it is.
Here in continued in the petition filed by the People's Democratic Party's Dino Melaye, challenging the result of the November 2019 Kogi West senatorial election. A witness in the hearing of the petition told the National Assembly Election Tribunal sitting in Abuja that his testimony was based on the result from his polling unit. The witness, Ijumu Ward Collation agent Ibrahim Jimo, said he was not at the venue of the declaration of results after votes were counted, but relied on the report of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) after the election. When asked by Defense Counsel Oladapo Otitoju if the ballot papers were counted in his presence, he said no, adding that he relied on INEC reports and what other agents told him. Another witness, Ademola Samuel, a farmer, after adopting his statement on oath as evidence before the tribunal, also said the election was without violence. Samuel told the tribunal that he examined the results after the election, but when asked to shed more light on his analysis of the examination of the result, he said he acted on what he was told. Sitting of the tribunal was adjourned till April 20, 2020. The People's Democratic Party governorship candidate in the November 2019 governorship election in Kogi State, Musa Wada, has closed his case before the Kogi State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal. The Social Democratic Party and its candidate, Natasha Apoti, also closed their cases after calling 24 witnesses. Wada and his party, the People's Democratic Party, had on December 14, 2019, approached the tribunal urging it to order the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to issue him a certificate of return as duly elected governor of Kogi State. In the petition, he claimed that the election was characterized by irregularities, including violence and non-compliance with the Electoral Act, the Constitution, and INEC's guidelines. Petitioners' counsel Jibri Okutepa tendered several documents and called 32 witnesses to substantiate their allegations. Counsel for INEC, Alex Izion, urged the court to dismiss the petition. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is expected to open its case soon. Kogi State Governor Bello has expressed his condolences to President Muhammadu Buhari following the death of his Chief of Staff, Malam Abba Kyari. He said he was shocked by the news of Kyari's death. In a condolence letter made public, Governor Bello also expressed sympathy to the government and people of Borno State. He said President Buhari's late Chief of Staff lived a good life of honesty, commitment to nation building, and service to God and humanity. Kyari passed on 17th of April from complications related to COVID-19. In another condolence message, the member representing Ajakuta Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Lawal Muhammadu Idrisu, has commiserated with President Muhammadu Buhari over the death of his Chief of Staff, Abba Kyari, who died on Friday. In a condolence message personally signed by Idrisu, the REPS member also expressed sympathy to the Kogi State Governor Bello and the government and people of Borno State, where late Malam Kyari hailed from. He said Kyari lived an exemplary life and worked for the betterment of the nation. You're still watching Kogi in Focus. I'll be back with the concluding lap of the program in just a moment.
Ẹ̀kún ni mi ngàn nílẹ̀ okun ṣé ti gbọ́ nípa àìsàn coronavirus àìsàn yìí ti lé gbogbo àgbáyé bẹ́ẹ̀ ibà afẹ́fẹ́ ẹ̀bà ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀nì ẹ̀yọ́ kan bá ti rọ́kò bá wà gbọ́dọ̀ ọ̀gì ọ̀nìyẹn wà hàn gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kàn wà gbọ́dọ̀ bá ọ̀nìyẹn wà gbọ́dọ̀ bá gbọ́wọ́. Ó kó jẹ́ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Kogi ìjọba gómìnà Yahaya Bello kó ẹ mọ́ jáde àìjókòó ilé ẹ mọ́ lọ síbi àjọ wọn ní ti yéye bí sọ́sí bí mọ́sálásí àbí ọjà olóyìnbó máa yẹ prevention is better than cure gbogbo nǹkan àìsè tí àìsàn yìí ní dọ̀dọ̀ra bí a nìní alákọ̀ọ́kan kígbe ẹja àfọwọ́ra lóòrèkóòrè a lo hand sanitizer ẹ̀bẹ̀ fẹ́ wúkọ́ àbí ẹ̀bẹ̀ fẹ́ hin ẹ lo tissue paper ẹ mú bò mú rin àbí ẹ mú bò àrùn rin àbátí rọ́ṣẹ́ gbogbo eléwọ̀n lágbára ti ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run àìsàn kàìsàn ànìdèlera ìkéde pàtàkì ìyá láti ọ̀dọ̀ gómìnà Yahaya Bello mo jáde láti ọ̀dọ̀ gbogbo lórí ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Kogi.
The life and times of late Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, Malam Abba Kyari, who passed on last week Friday.
Sorry that I left you. I know you feel alone, but God told me that He needed me. He called me to come home. In what seemed to be an instant, in the twinkling of an eye, an angel gently took my hand and led me toward the sky.
It's time for this week's views from the streets. Lockdown, social distancing and sanitizers are the popular words when talking about combating COVID-19. We, however, went to the streets to hear what the people had to say, and they had other suggestions on how to combat the virus.
We are only praying. So the precautions I take is drink much water. That means stay hydrated. Your kitchen should be very neat.
You stay in your house, you're away from the public. I think is better.
And this is where we draw the curtain on this week's edition of Kogi in Focus. Join us same time next week for another package. Until then, I am Khadijat Mohammed, asking you to continue doing to others what you want them to do to you. Bye for now.